Everyone, hello, Chocoholic have a very special one. It's the top 10 chocolates. Yes, the top 10 of 2024. Yeah, so these are the things I reviewed based on, not necessarily things that came out in 2024, but things I reviewed in 2024. Sometimes I removed some things, don't include member reviews. Some things that I reviewed in 2024 that I might have reviewed in 2023 as well, such as Flake, because it appeared in the top chocks of 2023. So yeah, I thought we can't really include it, twice in a row. Basically, it would be unfair. But there we go. Yeah, so that's not included. So things like that. And what I did was I compared everything against each other. Which one would I prefer on the day? So this or that basically, and then eventually they all got pitted against each other, and the cream rose to the top. So it's not necessarily down to the results I gave it at the time or the score I gave it at the time, basically. So a 4 out of 5 could potentially be ahead of a 5 out of 5. Just depends on what I felt on the day, really. So there we go. Yeah. All right. So without further ado, let's get on with it. So number 10, Tony's Chocolonely Easter egg. Yes, I quite enjoyed this one actually. So basically, it was a nice egg. I think it might have had. Bits in the egg actually, to be honest with you. But the main thing for me was it just came with lots of mini eggs with it as well, with a lot of the Tony's range, and they were just a nice selection of different things, and they were all quite substantial, like solid eggs. Just good representations of the Tony's chocolate range, and some of them were just really nice actually. I quite enjoyed them really. So I just thought it was a really lovely one. It just had many, quite substantial eggs. Mini eggs that came with it with all the different Tony's products, and it was a nice egg as well, so it had like crunchy bits in there as well. So I really enjoyed this one actually, a nice chocolate egg from Tony's. And as I say, I think the inclusions of all the mini eggs that they had, they're still quite substantial eggs, still quite big, but they had all the different representations of a majority of Tony's products. So very nice actually, that one. I enjoyed that. Yeah. Right, so number 9, the Essentials Yule Log from Asda. Yeah, believe it or not, a nice, very basic Yule Log. It just ticked all the boxes. It was just a really lovely Yule Log. Quite straightforward, Swiss roll. Had a nice sort of crackly chocolate covering in it. And it was a good size, and it just tasted better than really most of the other Yule Logs, if not all of them, that I reviewed this year. It's just a nice product. It's very basic, very simple, but basically a Yule Log. We did have the buttercream on it, but to be honest with you, you could add the buttercream. But for me, the buttercream usually is a bit too sickly, and I quite like just the inside. And this one just ticks all the boxes. A nice chocolate covering, nice sponge, nice filling, well proportioned. Just a lovely product, really, and a lot cheaper than a lot of the others. So very impressive. Right, so number 8, seriously chocolatey digestives. Yeah, so really, I think I can't remember if they were labelled as triple chocolate or double chocolate, but there was one that was out, and it was triple chocolate or double chocolate. It was basically the same thing. It was just a really nice sort of chocolate biscuit digestive with chocolate covering, of course. It had little subtle chocolate bits in there as well, and they were just really nice. It was just a nice biscuit experience. I really enjoyed this one actually. Yeah, definitely my favourite of all the digestives, I think, to be honest with you. Very nice indeed, so definitely recommend that one. Now, number 7, the Lindt assorted chocolate wafers. Yeah, so just basically, I think this was one from very early on last year actually, so I almost forgot it was from last year. So just a nice individually wrapped wafer products. You get them individually, or you get the assorted one. There's 3 different kinds in there, and they're just lovely, quite sort of exquisite, high-end chocolate covered wafers with different flavours in. Just very nice, just quite thick. So I think they're not quite square, just nice chocolate wafer products. You get a lot of these. Particularly in the and then the world food sections, these sort of chocolate wafer products. These were a lot more chocolatey, a lot more refined. Yeah, definitely recommend these ones actually. Really nice indeed. So there we go. And then we had the number 6, yes, the Evadale salty snack. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I thought at the time, I thought for the corn one really, but the salty one after it, it's really nice. Yeah, just like these crunchy salty pieces inside milk chocolate, just was really nice. Yeah, I don't know, just really Moorish, really nice to eat. I really enjoyed it actually. Just really nice salty flavour, and the chocolate is just a really lovely, and lots of crunch. Really nice experience, that one. So Evadale is a Polish company. Get these in Asda, by the way, these snack ones. Yeah, there's a few in the range, but this was my favourite, to be honest with you. Yeah, very nice indeed. That's number 6. Number 5, yeah, number 5 already. The Merry Jelly Mix from M&S. Yeah, basically a tin of goodness, essentially. It's quite expensive, £10, but you got a lot of stuff in there, jelly pieces in there. So I think it was like pretzels, chocolate covered crunchy sort of slabby bits, little clusters and things. All sorts in there, lots of lovely, it's a lovely chocolate selection, quite steep, but just was really nice. Yeah, very nice selection actually. It brings me on to number 4, which is the Merry Berry Mix. Basically the same thing about the jelly pieces in there. So by which I mean like chewy jelly, sweets. Had a lot more sort of nutty ones and things. I think I had caramel chocolate covered almonds, things like this, which are just really nice. Back in the day, I didn't used to like nuts and things like this covered in chocolate, but I'm quite a fan of them now. When they're done right as well, it tastes a bit nice. Chocolate covered popcorn as well was things like white chocolate was in there and stuff like that as well. In both of these mixes. They were both very nice, but this one I just preferred. I don't know why. I think the jelly pieces, while they were nice, I feel like the extra chocolate covered things, and this one just worked a bit better really. A lovely mix actually, really enjoyed it. Number 3, now the top 3 I reckon could be interchangeable on any given day really. You know, I had to sort of rank them in some order at one point or another, and at the time this is how they were, but if I did them again, yeah, they could be a different order really. But when I did it at the time, this is how it was. And number 3 was Ripple, Galaxy Ripple. I really love this one actually. I was so surprised. I pitted it up against Flake, very much expecting Flake to win, to run away with it. But Ripple was just so nice. It's just had a lovely sort of crackly, crumbly, I'd say it really, sort of snap to the chocolate. You know, just really lovely to eat. And Galaxy chocolate's so nice. I'd forgotten just how good this product was actually. Wonderful product, yeah, wonderful product. And I'd say it could easily be number 1 really. Not read it for a long time. I'm going to read it like maybe 9 years ago. I don't know. One of the early reviews I did on the channel anyway, how long ago that was now. Really nice product. Lovely one actually. And so much so that I actually went out and bought more of them after as well, which I rarely do on the channel because I've just got so many things to review. I can't really be eating the same things twice, but this was one I did do it. In fact, for the top 3, I have rebought all these ones, so that's how good they are basically. Which brings me on to number 2, the Kit Kat Chunky Double Crunch. Really enjoyed this one. Kit Kat Chunkies I really love anyway. This one though was kind of like it's a Kit Kat Chunky with more sort of chocolatey filling in there. Not like chocolate creams or anything, but just more chocolate wafer and things like this. And it just had a sort of crunchy bits in there as well. And I don't know, it just worked very well. I do love my crunchy bits and my chocolate. Kit Kat Chunkies have crunchy bits anyway. This one had even more crunchy bits, a double crunch. And it was just a lovely product. I really enjoyed this one. It's still out now. I don't think it's a limited edition one. Definitely go buy it because, as I say, it doesn't look like it might be one that's out forever. I really enjoyed this one. It was just a lovely Kit Kat Chunky. Yeah, really nice. Kit Kat Chunky Peanut Butter is up there. It's one of my favourite chocolates of all time. And I might prefer this one. Very close. We have to do a versus battle maybe. Let me know if you'd like to see that. But yeah, number one. This one I didn't expect to be number 1. But I had it again recently and I realised it was really, really nice. Even nicer than perhaps I first thought. Now I did have it in a separate selection. You can buy these individually, or they are part of the selection for these. And I had it in the selection. And I feel like the selection one might be better actually. So difficult to say. I could be wrong. But it did come across as nicer than when I bought them individually, which I did again later. But this is the Border Dark Chocolate Raspberry Biscuit. Yeah, number 1 of 2024. Can you believe it? I mean, I didn't think this would be, but it was so nice. It really was. Just a lovely, solid, massive, chunky biscuit with a sort of like a semi-chewy raspberry piece in it. Quite a subtle raspberry flavour, but it's a really sort of chocolate biscuit. The biscuit's chocolate, it's covered in chocolate. These raspberry sort of flavour pieces, quite subtle, but still there, noticeable. Really nice biscuit experience. Really chunky, really indulgent, really lovely. Yeah, a lovely biscuit to be honest with you. And one I think I didn't quite appreciate as much as I did later when I first reviewed it. So yeah, but as I say, I kind of have re-reviewed it in a chocolate biscuit selection that Border do. I'm sure it's even better in that selection actually than when you buy them individually. It's hard to say, but it came across that way. But a lovely biscuit, really nice. But those top 3, they could basically move around. You know, the number 3 could be number 1, number 2 could be number 1, all of them could be number 3, and this and the other. They're a really lovely triple trio of products. Yeah, really, really tasty ones, those 3. I recommend all 3 of them. Gorgeous stuff. Alright guys, let me know what you think. Did you agree with this list? What was your top 10 of 2024? Or top 10 of all time? Let me know. It might be difficult for you to do a top 10 of 2024 because you can't remember what came out. I mean, as I say, these are ones I reviewed last year but didn't necessarily come out last year. So it is a difficult one. But let me know. Leave a comment. Let me know if you agree with me or not. What would your order have been? It's great to hear from you and I'd be interested to see what you think. And I always do best reply as well. Thanks so much guys. Take care. Here's to 2025. Bye for now. See ya.